This news report brought to you by Mitsubishi's 08 model year clearance. Love that car.
Good evening. Hot temperatures and strong winds have caused a nightmare for firefighters battling blazes across Perth. Residents in the Old Swan Brewery complex were evacuated after fire spread through Kings Park. In Perth's north, residents in Two Rocks and Yanchep were on standby to evacuate. That blaze jumped Wanneroo Road late this afternoon. And 155 passengers and crew have survived a plane crash into New York's Hudson River. The US Airways jet hit a flock of birds and plunged into the water moments after takeoff. Perth woman Emma Safina was on board.
And then we hit, and I actually thought we'd hit a building. It was just a loud crash.
Good night.
7 News, the pulse of Perth.
7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, you can play Cash 3. And tonight's winning numbers were 2, number 7 and number 1.
This news update is brought to you by MLC. MLC, it all adds up.
Good evening. An Australian woman speaks out about being on board a passenger jet that crashed in New York's Hudson River. Fire crews battle a blaze in Perth's Kings Park, which earlier today threatened luxury apartments. SAS trooper Mark Donaldson awarded a Victoria Cross for bravery in Afghanistan, and NRL player Greg Bird released from his contract with the Cronulla Sharks after being stood down over glassing allegations. More news in an hour.
This news update is brought to you by MLC. MLC, it all adds up.
Good evening. 26-year-old Perth woman Emma Safina has spoken of the terror of being on board an American passenger jet as it plunged into New York's Hudson River. Everyone on board miraculously survived when the US Airways jet crashed into the icy water.
I'm alive, and I just had a little bit of a cry, but I've actually had quite a good laugh. I think it's amazing. I'm alive.
The first Australian soldier in 40 years to be awarded a Victoria Cross says he wants to go back to Afghanistan. 29-year-old SAS trooper Mark Donaldson received the honour today. Perth firefighters are battling a blaze in the city's Kings Park, which earlier threatened luxury apartments, and Dame Edna has launched a bright new range of cosmetics. Tomorrow's weather: wet in Darwin, Cairns, Hobart and Sydney, mostly fine elsewhere. That's 7 News to now. I'm Sophie Hull. Good night.